Good morning, doctor and everyone. My name is Dalia, and today me and my group mates are going to present about Istanbul and what makes this city so unique. Let's start with what makes Istanbul so special. Imagine standing in a city where you can look across the water from Europe right into Asia. This is the magic of Istanbul. It is the only place in the world that brings two continents together as one. Because of its amazing location, Istanbul has always been a famous trade hub for businesses, and this created a beautiful culture mix of Eastern and Western traditions that you cannot find anywhere else. It was so important that it became the capital city of three powerful empires, the Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. You don't just visit Istanbul, you experience living history. Next, Ahad, continue.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am MD Aryan Ahmed Ahad, and today I will talk about the famous places in Istanbul. It is a historic city between Europe and Asia. First is Hagia Sophia. It was built in 537 AD. It is famous for its big dome and beautiful old mosaics. Next, the Blue Mosque. It is famous for its six minars and beautiful blue tiles. Third is Topkapi Palace. It was the home of the Ottoman sultans for 400 years. It also has famous 86-carat diamonds. Fourth is Basilica Sister. It is an underground water reservoir. It famous for its insane Medusa heads. Finally, the Galata Tower. It gives a beautiful 360-degree view of the city. Those famous places make Istanbul a perfect mix of East and West. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Ibrahim. Now let's talk about the food in Istanbul. One of the most famous dishes is Adana kebab, which has a rich and smoky flavor. They also have meze, which are small pieces served before the main meal, such as stuffed grape leaves and yogurt based sauces. And finally, we have baklava, a sweet dessert made with a layer of yellow dough, nuts, and syrup. And you continue.
So, coming to the cultural heritage, Istanbul culture is not just something you see, it is something you truly feel. Like sharing a cup of Turkish coffee is an unbelievable symbol of true friendship and warm hospitality. Watching the whirling dervishes perform their spiritual dance will absolutely take your breath away. decorate the historic walls. And the best of all, a friendly cup of Turkish coffee is always waiting for you, making you feel instantly welcome. Next,
Now let's talk about timing during your trip. So, like, if you want to experience Istanbul at its absolute base, or like ideal seasons to plan your visit, will be on spring and autumn. And also, like, here is why these two seasons offer the ultimate travel experience. First thing first, it's ideal weather for sightseeing. Like, if you want to see exploring attractions with proper view, or like uh, no obstacles. Like during spring and autumn, the weather strikes a perfect balance. It's comfortably warm and without scorching humid heat of midsummer or the chilly rains of winter. So like you can spend the entire day outdoors visiting landmarks, malls, grand palaces, and also open plazas without getting exhausted by the climate. So, like the second reason is because of the perfect strolling historic neighborhoods. Uh, mm, how can I say this? Istanbul is a city best explored on foot. So, like when the weather is mild, wandering around through famous historic areas like the cobblestone and streets of Sultan Ahmed and everything that was said just now, it becomes a pure pleasure rather than a workout. Also, it's great for outdoor activities and Bosphorus cruises. These seasons are ideal for outdoor activities, especially Bosphorus cruises. So, like next one is it's fewer crowds during that time and shorter lines. Another major advantage lah. I mean, it is far less crowded than the peak summer months. Summer months brings massive tourist rushes. So, like long lines will be there at popular landmarks and also packed streets. So visiting in spring and autumn allows you to enjoy major attraction with shorter wait times. And last one for this, a richer experience in culture, cuisine, and history. Like it offers a far better overall experience for culture, cuisine, and history with fewer crowds and better weather. You can actually truly slow down and savor the city. And I think that's it for the best time to visit. I will hand it to Saleh.
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Saleh. Today, I'm going to talk about the season in Istanbul. Istanbul has four seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. First, spring is from March to May. The weather is nice and not too hot. Flowers start to bloom, so it's a good time to visit the city. Next, summer is from June to August. The weather is hot and sometimes humid. Many tourists visit Istanbul during the season. And autumn is from September cooler and the city has a beautiful colors. Finally, winter is from December to February. The weather is small. In conclusion, Istanbul is a beautiful city because every season has something special to it. So, thank you for listening. And next. So now let's talk about Brazil. It's of the one of the oldest neighborhoods in Istanbul. It's a famous for its culver houses, a small street, and beautiful views. It's also a quiet place, so visitors can enjoy walking around, taking photos. Uh, Visitors can also see the local lecture and daily life of Istanbul. I think Poland is because it is beautiful, different from the busy city center. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Saleh Muhammad Saleh Al Hanadi. I'm Jannatul Brishti. Now, as we are coming towards the end of our presentation, I would like to share some important travel tips and facts that you should know before planning a trip to Istanbul. These practical details can help make your journey more comfortable, convenient, and enjoyable. Let's begin with the first one, visa requirements. According to our presentation, Malaysian passport holders can enter Turkey without a visa for up to 90 days. However, visa requirements may be different for travelers from other countries. So before planning your journey, it is always important to check the latest visa requirements according to your own passport, because a great holiday begins with good preparation. Now let's move to local transportation. One of the great things about Istanbul is that there are several ways to explore the city. Visitors can use the metro, tram, bus, and ferry to travel from one place to another. Another useful option for visitors is the Istanbul card. It makes using public transportation more convenient and can also help reduce travel costs. So you don't always have to depend on taxis to discover the city. You can use public transportation and enjoy Istanbul in a more convenient and practical way. And imagine traveling through the city, crossing between European and Asian sites, and experiencing the city from a completely different perspective. That is one of the experiences that makes Istanbul so special. Now let's talk about currency. The currency used in Istanbul is the Turkish lira, commonly written as TRY. Knowing the local currency is important when traveling because it helps us understand prices, prepare our budget, and manage our expenses more effectively. So before traveling to Istanbul, make sure you are familiar with the Turkish lira and plan your spending accordingly. After all, traveling is not only about choosing a beautiful destination, it is also about traveling smart and being prepared. And finally, let's talk about language. The main language spoken in Istanbul is Turkish. However, English is widely spoken in many tourist areas. So for international visitors, communicating in places such as hotels, restaurants, shopping areas, and popular tourist destinations can be easier. And this makes Istanbul more welcoming for travelers from different parts of the world. So after exploring Istanbul with us today, let's think about what makes this city truly special. It is a city where two continents meet. It offers centuries of history, beautiful landmarks, rich culture, delicious food, and different ways to explore the city. But Istanbul is not just a place that you look at in pictures. It is a place to experience. You can walk through its historic streets, discover its culture, taste its traditional food, travel across the city, and experience the unique connection between Europe and Asia. So if you are looking for a destination that offers history, culture, food, adventure, and unforgettable experiences all in one place, then Istanbul deserves a place on your travel list. Istanbul is not just a destination to visit, it is an experience to remember. Thank you, and we hope to see you in Istanbul someday. Thank you, everyone, for being with us today.
So thank you for listening. That was all for our presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank